What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have very interesting and important news. First of all, I will show you some reactions on the tweet that was written by George Polycros yesterday and the day before yesterday. I will show you a very important explanation of Scott Traudt, and he pretty much explained why did he file a lawsuit with only 305 shares on hands. On top of that, guys, I will show you an update on another lawsuit, and we have 10 new summons that will definitely lead us to even more information that potentially can help us to win this battle. On top of that, guys, I will remind you about some actions that were made by formerly well-known community member, and you will have to take a look at these tweets and at these statements with a grain of salt. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. And I want to begin today's video with this tweet that was written just yesterday by a progressive libertarian. And he wrote it in response to the tweet, basically to the tweet of George Polycros. And I covered it in my yesterday's video, where he explained the part 2. And he explained, in my opinion, he made a very detailed explanation of how the bankruptcy of MMAT can help the MMTLP saga. And to be honest, guys, I don't know will this path lead us to the resolution, but it makes a lot of sense for me, because I think we shouldn't rely only on the well-known paths to the resolution. We have to use any possible path. That is why, guys, it will increase our chances to be successful in this case. So, and let me show you this tweet. Progressive libertarian wrote, George Polycros is not fighting a good fight. He is winning in a bad faith and leading on a bunch of clueless robs. The blue sheets won't provide MMAT backholders any useful information. And why does George Polycros think he is entitled to more capital after incinerating 9 figures in 2 years? And guys, I have to admit that yes, we have a lot of questions that should be answered, and we have to ask these questions to George Polycros and John Bird, and especially Greg McCabe. But so far we don't have these answers, and the only way how we can achieve this result is through potential litigation. And let me remind you that one of the lawsuits is still ongoing. It is the SEC versus Burda and Polycros lawsuit. And the only thing that matters for now is just patience, because we have to be extremely patient in order to receive these answers. So, and let me show you the comment of Mark Basile in response to this part 2 of George Polycros' tweet. Mark wrote, I agree with Polycros. We took a shot at getting access to the blue sheets and lost that petition in New York. A lot of people seemed to gloat about this unsuccessful procedure. Now they are gloating, thinking that honor trades must now go to arbitration. It's concerning that while the mantra has been release the blue sheets, or just to get any information that could lead to a resolution, many of these online posters seem to cheer every time an MMTLP holder is thwarted in their attempts to get information through lawsuits. I can tell you that it's not over, and a new lawsuit is being contemplated that will not have any impediments and that will cast a very wide net. We are used to losing battles, that's just a part of our jobs. It's the end results that matter. Keep that in mind. And guys, I think Mark clearly stated that we are about to see another lawsuit with the help of his firm. I think that will be extremely interesting because of, let me quote you this one more time. I can tell you that it's not over, and a new lawsuit is being contemplated that will not have any impediments and that will cast a very wide net. So, very intriguing statement, and I have to admit that guys, with this type of people, with this type of extremely focused and very knowledgeable people, I think MMTLP community will get its resolution. But for now, guys, let's take a look at this tweet that was written by Scott. A lot of a lot of community members don't like Scott for various reasons. One of them is that one of the questions that was very important for some community members: why in the world Scott is trying to fight for MMTLP community with only 305 shares? And we know this number by his litigation, and he mentioned it right here as well. So he wrote, the IQ challenged asked me why I'd spent all this time and effort in between fishing trips in court over partly 305 shares. Apparently these folks just don't understand why I was uniquely positioned to go into court. 1. If I end up getting nothing after sitting in arbitration, assuming the judge doesn't change direction, I'm only out $3,000. There are people who are out $50,000, $100,000, $300,000 and $1.5 million. You think they would risk arbitration and get nothing? That's why it was an easy risk for me. And 2. What about the upside? I've seen in trading overseas, Singapore and European Union, in off-market for $1,055 per share and higher. So that means I have the possibility, if I score in the US court, of making $300,000. So if the numbers are there and we get trading again by court order, writ of mandamus, then I have an unlimited upside. So don't bowl when you ask a dumb question that could properly be assumed to have been posted by a 6-year-old not understanding markets. I will treat you with respect and dignity away. And my cape is in trouble. So guys, for now I think it is crystal clear why did Scott file this lawsuit, and this price of $1,059 is another let's say evidence that was taken from the Singapore and European brokers that potentially reflects the value, not the value, but the price of the shares that was halted back in December of 2022. And in my opinion, it is a very interesting statement. Next one. Let me remind you that for now, a lot of, some people of MMTLP community think that the Orogrande Basin might have a value through the geothermal energy. But guys, take a look right here. We have a very interesting statement of the temperature, BHT temperature in the university lens wells. And here you can see the tweet. Fun and excitement with publicly available well logs. The maximum recorded temp BHT at 5650s in the university reach A11 number 1 well in Hudspeth County is 124 degrees Fahrenheit. And I have to admit that it is close to nothing for the geothermal energy. And that is why, guys, I think any other statements that potentially next bridge hydrocarbons or university lands cancel the leases for NBH because they want to make this property as the renewable energy properties. But guys, it is not the case, and let me show you that here is the map of the Texas made by Geothermal Laboratory on November 2008, and here is the statement of Tom. BHTs are less than 200 degrees across half the state. And yes, you cannot rely on geothermal energy without the proper temperatures inside the earth. But at the same time, guys, some people like Mark Swisser wrote this. Geothermal potential just sitting there. Imagine if the money wasted on climate scam had been invested in geothermal. We would have a useful energy that is much more reliable than with less environmental impacts. And guys, without proper temperature, and Tom mentioned it in his tweet, from a 124-degree well, guys, without the proper temperature, it is literally impossible to make any types of energy sources from these wells. And that is why, guys, please do not speculate on this case. Next Bridge Hydrocarbons, to be honest, doesn't have any chances to improve its intrinsic value at this very moment. And we can see it from Greg McCabe himself, because he didn't post any updates, official statements, or any other documents from Next Bridge. He even participated in NAPE summit of this year under the McCabe Petroleum Corporation entity. And yes, it tells us a lot. And for now, guys, let's take a look at this news. Roman Soups wrote this tweet just several hours ago. He wrote, MMTLP news, 10 summons issued in Vetrano versus John Burda et al. I will take off work early to do a space and go over each one of the summons and any updates on the case, 3:10 p.m. Pacific time. And here you can see the title of this document. As you can see, it was filed on February the 10th, and for now it became publicly available. And here you can see another tweet. Overview of the case from amended complaint filed December 27, 2024 includes defendants John Burda, Alison Cristillo, John Harding, Uzi Sasson, Dan Eaton, Maurice Geaton, Eric M. Leslie, Philip Morali, wait a second, Ken Hanna, Steen Karsborg, John Doe 1-20, and Jane Doe 1-20. And here you can see another quite interesting tweet. He published this screenshot that he made previously. Let me show you this. The following are widely believed to be the John Does and Jane Does mentioned in the lawsuit. John Does and Jane Does have not been officially identified. And here you can see a lot of well-known, I would say, former and actual community members. As you can see, RCH, PHKR, next one is G34, next one Due Diligence, C-Plant, Busy Brands, Jack Smithy, Murdoch the Meta Guy, Michael D. Oko, Jane Vitrana, Don Fees, Dunk Savvy, Bird Lady Roll Pigeons, Bishop, Hudson Waits, Will Stewart, Joe Doe, and Elf Carbon. And here is the official list of the summons. So let me show you this. Summons number 1 goes to John Burda, the former CEO of Torchlight Energy Resources. In the MMTLP community, he is known for saying, I never sold a share, and when confronted later as having sold many shares, telling investors to go pound sand, also known for SEC charges against him. Next one, summons number 2. You can see that it was written for Alison Cristillo. And the next one was written to Dan Eaton. Next one was written to John R. Harding, former chairman of the board MMAT. Next one, number 5, to Ken Hanna, board member of MMAT. Next one, Philip Morali, board member of MMAT. Next one, Steen Karsborg, MMAT board member as well. Number 8, Uzi Sasson, former CFO, later CEO of MMAT. Next one, Maurice Geaton, board of directors of MMAT. And next one, Eric M. Leslie, board member MMAT. And guys, I have to admit that potentially these people might shed a lot of light to this case. And if it happens, and for now I can say that when it happens, we will have a lot of new data that potentially will help us to see the resolution. On top of that, guys, let me show you this tweet that was also written by Roman Soups just literally several hours ago. He wrote, SEC, you might ask Anna Bradshaw some questions like if she sent paperwork to ST to make MMTLP shares free trading. She probably knows more about TRCH and MMTLP trading and who got shares than anyone. Working with Burda again. And let's take a look at this screenshot. Wait a second. So, as you can see, the highlighted information about Anna Bradshaw is following: business manager in the oil and gas industry. And let me show you further investigation. Here you can see his tweet where she was mentioned right here in the tweet that he published on September the 6th of last year. And here another update. Maybe Wild Red got some info. Wild Red, did you have any restricted stock you needed freed up for consulting? Why did you need Anna? And he refers to the tweet that was written by Wild Red on December the 3rd of 2023. And he wrote, hey guys, I have someone who needs an email. Does anyone have that Anna Bradshaw email address for Meta? So this name was mentioned several times during last 2 years. And again, it is quite interesting statement. On top of that, guys, Roman Soups added, Roger Woodley says in short, Anna Bradshaw did all the CFO work with the stock. Roger didn't know about the 262,000 shares, but he figures Anna did the work to unrestrict shares. And he added several screenshots of the document that proves his words. He also added this, could be coincidence. Alex Zinger had 262,000 shares of restricted stock listed on this Form 4. Did he eventually get those unrestricted and sold as MMTLP? Unfortunately, no public filing since he quit Torchlight. Again, quite interesting investigation. And the last tweet that he published in this thread is this one. It is the screenshot of her LinkedIn account, and here you can see that it is Anna B, and here you can see her former experience. And you can see that she was Director of Organizational Development in Metamaterials from July 2021 till August 2024. 3 years and 2 months. So guys, again, a lot of information that is extremely interesting and potentially might be very important for MMTLP community. Time will tell where all this information will get us, but for now, keep pushing this case forward as hard as you can.
And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad.